up next, Lucas against Ruud.
Okay, bout 6 is also a grappling event, but this is for the European Grappling title fight at 83 kilo limit. This is also 2 rounds of submission, like the first grappling event. The first round will be win by submission only. The second round can be won by submission or points. And again, if it's a draw after 2 rounds, it is the judges' decisions. Your first fighter in the blue corner, Ruud Chircop, in the style of grappling, representing Six Blades Gym from Malta at 82.1 kilo. Come on down to the blue corner, Ruud Chircop! And now for his opponent. In the red corner, the defending champion in the style of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and representing Avant-Garde Malta from his home nation of Belgium with a weight of 80.7 kilograms and with a Rage Combat record of 3-0. In the red corner, the defending champion, Lucas Sidhu! Come on down to the red corner, Lucas. Once again, this is a title fight for the European Grappling title. So ladies and gentlemen, make some noise!
Alright, here we go. The second submission grappling match of tonight. Lucas Sidhu, a familiar face with Rage Combat, and Ruud Chircop. Ruud more of an MMA fighter, but has dipped his toes in different disciplines, competed in kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and even MMA. Lucas more of a guard player. Hopefully he doesn't get punished as much with the rule set last time. There were some, I would say, bad calls on the resets, but hopefully those have been ironed out under the rules team, and we'll see what's going to happen now. So you can see Lucas ties up, sits to guard, Ruud taking an underhook over the top leg and sits to his knees here. The problem with the knee position like this, it's hard to off balance your opponent, but it's also hard to get much going as well. So this is a bit of a tricky position for both to be effective. But Ruud doing a good job taking the underhook here, also pinning the wrist. Lucas does have very, very long legs, so he's tricky to pass with these tight passing positions. Also using the overhook here. Now circling up. Ooh, he does have a very good triangle. Oh! Doesn't quite stick it, and Ruud does a good job to slip out and get past the guard. And now Ruud dropping his hips flat, making it gonna be hard here for Lucas to move. These two were in the same bracket in ADCC Malta. Ruud took second place, Lucas took third, although they didn't fight each other. They did share a common opponent, which Ruud beat on points and Lucas submitted. So again, Ruud controlling here. I'd like to see some action. But so does Lucas need to try increase the urgency here to get out of this position. Again, this is a submission only round, so this shouldn't count too much. We've got 1 minute left. Ruud doing a good job here, dropping his hips to avoid that knee to elbow connection, which would help Lucas to recover his guard. Now trying to progress to north-south, but Lucas managing to bring his knee in. Oh, and look at this, he can, looking for a pot to the back. But Ruud aware, now Ruud circling around. Enters the shin on shin. Oh, and this is an error from Lucas, he's pulled himself into mount. He tried to elevate that leg to shoot into the single leg X, but dropped the frame on the other side. Now Ruud's in mount here. Again, good control position here for Ruud. If this was points, he'd be clearly up. But for this round, the submission is needed. Very strong round here for Ruud against the champ. We'll see if Lucas is going to have a different game plan going into the second round. Ruud still looking fresh. So is Lucas, to be fair. Getting some feedback from the corner. And I think what worked against Lucas there, he just rushed a bit too much into the position, rushed to the triangle. Ruud did a good job of staying aware to it and using that to pass, but also kept pressure on the single leg X attempt and managed to clear Lucas's leg and land in mount. So again, if this was a point scoring situation, Ruud would have been up there around by a good few points. 2 guard passes in the mount. So now we'll see, Lucas decides to pull again, and he pulls guard. Ruud tries to circle around to get to the pass, doing a good job of controlling the inside leg. You can see Lucas has an underhook on Ruud's near side leg, which he will probably try and enter onto single leg. So we can see him entering the leg, and this time much better job. Gets foot on the hip, other foot behind the thigh, and now switching to a butterfly ashi. Can use this to go belly down on the footlock. Ruud doing good job of slipping out of that. Lucas does like that submission a lot. Good defense here from Ruud. Keeping good control over the head here, maintaining pressure. Obviously Lucas' legs are still in play, so Ruud will need to deal with that first, but again, keeping the very traditional MMA pressure in the guard here. But he will need to relieve a bit of that to make space and start the circle. Lucas sits up, falls back into his knee shield. I wonder if he will opt to try and underhook the leg again, but I think Ruud is aware to it. He is pinning the wrist, and this is very annoying to deal with when there's a person on bottom. What he does have to be careful with is his right arm here has kind of crossed the center line a bit too much. And yes, this is a lot better using this to take the underhook. You can see Lucas's legs being annoying to get past. And now we're back into close guard. Again, in this position, it's hard for Ruud to get much going, but it's also hard for Lucas to be super offensive when Ruud's head stays so low like that. But now Ruud's starting to open. Good underhook here from Lucas, I believe. I can't quite see. But if he does have the underhook on the far side leg, he can use this to go K-guard and start entering the leg. I can't quite see from this side. Yeah, I don't think... he withdraws it. 20 seconds left. He needs a big finish now, Lucas, especially if that first round is going to be taken into consideration by the judges. Ruud roughing Lucas up from his close guard. And that's our second round. Again, I do wish these rounds were a bit longer. I think 3 minutes for grappling is just, it's a bit too short to get anything too effective going. But it is what it is. There's the title on display.
Both fighters to the middle, please. Both fighters to the middle. Okay, the decision is in. Your winner and the new champion in the blue corner, Ruud Chircop!
Yeah, good call there. I mean, Ruud had the stronger of the 2 rounds. I know it wasn't scored on points. And although I do think...
Don't worry, I don't mind this one.
I'll let them speak.
Ruud, how does it feel? You're the new champion. How does it feel to be champion?
First of all, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Good matchup against Lucas. Thank you to my coaches. Thank you to my family, friends. Thank you to the promoter for the opportunity. And I'm just very honored and grateful for it.
Thank you very much. What a humble guy. Make some noise for your new champion, Ruud Chircop!
Although yes, I do think in the second round, Lucas had the better moment. So I would have given that round to him. But again, this is scored a bit differently. And I do think Ruud's first round was the better of the 2. But now moving on, we're going to be looking at 2 MMA bouts. Bout 7, bout 8, both MMA.